Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are making some makeup with Simply Earth essential oil. Okay, they launch something new a couple of times a year. Frankie's really interested. Frank, it's not for you. Like they have their cleaning kit and just various different things besides their essential oils and their monthly recipe box that we all know and love. They come out with these other things that are just like perfect for making more natural things for your home. So this is the makeup. It's not a kit, and I will put the link down below, but they have all of the different pieces, different things that you'll need to make your own natural makeup. And there are so many recipes on their website. This is the makeup palette. It's really cute, and it is I think like cardboard, and then inside magnetic. And there is a mirror, a really big mirror. And then these are the little tins. Sorry, it's not focusing. There we go, it's better. These are the little tins that just magnet into the bottom of that. So if you're making a loose powder, you'll probably want to keep the lids on. But if you're making like a solid, I think you can add carrier oil to your recipe to make them more of like a cream base, if you will. Then you might be able to take your lids off and just have them all stacked in your palette like this, which is so cool. I love this so much for traveling and just for being like minimalistic. But anyways, they come out and then it either fits 4 of the rectangle size tins or I think 8 of the square size tins. Sorry, I'm gonna have a problem with focusing, but this is the rectangle and then this is the square, and then they all have the lids. These are only $1.50 each. This makeup palette is $12.99. So everything and going along with everything else on their website that they have available is very affordable. Okay, next thing that's new is the DIY mineral makeup base, and this is what you'll use to make all of your DIYs. I forgot if I already mentioned this or not, but they have all the recipes you need on their website. So it like you don't have to worry about coming up with something on your own to like wing it and making what you want. And then they also have foundation too, which I'm not making today because I like a BB cream. I don't use mineral powder foundation, but that's always an option too. And they have different recipes for that. So this is a 100-gram bag of the mineral makeup base, and I believe this one is $12 or $14.99, which is you're gonna be able to make a ton with this. There's a lot in there. And then the last new thing is their pigment powders. This is a sample pack, and on their website it's $14.99, and you get 6 different pigments. So these are a little bit different from their mica powders if you're familiar with those, because they do have those, and I'll share. You can use the mica powders also. These just aren't new, but those are kind of the shimmery, like they came out with them during their bath bomb launch. But these are pigments, so straight color powders, and I think pretty much every color you'll need to make whatever shade of makeup or eyeshadow, blush, bronzer, highlighter that you'll need. So there are 6 shades: yellow iron, green chromium, blue ultramarine, violet. Wait, these got mixed up. My girls were playing with these. That was a mica. Please hold. Okay, so the 6 shades are these, and there's blue, green, yellow, brown, red iron, and black iron. So there are 6 different shades of those. And just quickly, if you're not familiar with the mica powders or don't have any yet, this is another like sample pack. They come in round little plastic jars, like tubes, when you order just a regular normal shade. But there's orange, forest green, rose red, ocean blue, lime green, yellow, mocha, pearl, which is probably, I'm assuming I'll use this for my highlighter, indigo, black, violet, and fuchsia. And these are all like shimmery powders, very like pigmented, like super. Let's see if we can get it to focus here. So a big range of colors. So you can use these for a lot of different DIYs. Okay, the last couple of things that I bought separately, not from Simply Earth, things that I will need that will make it easier to make these recipes are a pestle, this thing, where you can kind of mix and grind together all of your ingredients. And then this is something I didn't have, and this was like $6 on Amazon. I'll put the link down below, and this was only $5, so super cheap, but a very tiny measuring spoon set. So this goes down to 1/64 of a teaspoon, and you will need these. This is the increments or the measurements that you'll need for these recipes, so make sure you have those those on hand. I think that's it for like the intro to all of this new stuff. Let's make something. For this video, I'm going to make an eyeshadow. They have, let's see how many, 4. They have a bunch of different recipes for different shades on their website in the link, but I am going to do pink bubblegum. The girls, I think, will love that one. It's a bright and sparkly pink, so you need fuchsia mica powder, violet mica powder, and red iron oxide. And then 1 teaspoon of the mineral makeup base. So I'm going to put that in first. This can get really messy. And I think they recommend either this pestle and mortar, whatever this is called, or using a coffee grinder, and I'm starting to think the coffee grinder might be less messy, but also then you would have to have like a dedicated coffee grinder just for making this. So up to you on what you want to use to mix your ingredients, but I just tried to make a bronzer and it was very messy, and I put the pigment in first, which I think was a big mistake. So put your pigment powder or your makeup base powder in first if you're using this, and then I'm going to add the pigments to make the bubblegum pink. So 1/4 of a teaspoon of fuchsia mica powder. This is so pretty. We've had this and used it for our bath bombs along with the violet shade, and they're both super beautiful. All of the mica powders are really pretty. Okay, so 1/4 teaspoon of this, which is this one. So pretty. Then violet mica powder. 1/64 of a teaspoon of the violet. So that's this teensy one, the smallest one here. And then some red iron oxide, and again it's 1/64 of a teaspoon. So I'll show you what this looks like before I mix it all together. Whoops, the white just covered it. So I'll just stir them all together. Oops, super messy. Like if I had the girls with me, I would probably be stressed out if they were helping me do this. These pigments are super strong, so I will use this. It's turning out way better than the bronzer. So add your powder first if you're using this, not the pigments, but your makeup base. When I added the pigments first, it just kind of mushed all into the bottom. It didn't mix into anything. So this one, oh, it's super pretty. And then the other thing that got super messy was adding the carrier oil to try to make it a pressed powder. So I'm going to leave this a loose powder, and I'm going to put it in the square tin. So you open it, and I'm just going to dump it in there. Make sure this is all mixed. There we go. This is a really cute color. And then, so especially for the eyeshadow, dip your brush in like some makeup setting powder, or kind of dampen it with anything like a rose water, a micellar water, or what am I trying to say, a hydrosol even. Like spray your brush to kind of dampen your brush, and that makes using loose powders like this a little bit easier. Just a tip from a former beauty blogger. So I'm just gonna dump this in. It looks like there might be a little more. I don't know. No, actually it might be exactly the amount we need. Then you kind of just press it down into the tin. The girls are really into makeup right now, and while that's fine, there's just so many garbage makeup companies that I just want to make sure they're not using something that's going to harm them and do more harm than good. So I kind of packed it into the little tin, and then after, you need to have some like wipes on hand when doing this too. You just put the lid back on and set it down into your makeup palette, and then all of those fit, and it's perfect for traveling. I wanted to make the press just so it would be a little less messy for traveling. I'm hoping they don't spill out a ton with loose powders. They're just in general a little bit more messy. So there are 2 different highlighter shades on the website, Pearl and Cream. The Pearl is a shimmery, and that's the one we're going to do. So you need a teaspoon of the mineral makeup base, and then your pigments, and then if you want to make it a pressed powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of carrier oil, which I might play around and add a tiny bit of the yellow gold just to make it a warmer highlighter, but the pearl mica powder is what it calls for, and a 1/4 or a 1/2 teaspoon. Let's make this really quick. Ooh, that pink shade is super pretty. Here, let me put some on my hand so I can show you. It would be a pretty blush color too, but look how pretty that is. Ooh, I'm so excited. The girls are going to love this. Let me go clean this out. So a couple of pro tips as I'm learning as I go with this. Have some paper towels on hand. It gets messy. And also it's easier to just wipe out. Look how pretty that is. It's easier to wipe out this dish rather than try to clean it with like soap and water. And you get the majority of it out when you just wipe it out, especially if you're using your carrier oil. That makes it super messy. What was my other tip? Oh, and put your makeup base in first. So we're doing 1 teaspoon of the makeup base. Then a half a teaspoon of the pearl. And then I am just going to put a tiny bit of the yellow in too to kind of warm it up. What is this one? 1/8 of a teaspoon. Oops, need half a teaspoon. That's a lot. So there is a learning curve with this. I feel like most of the DIYs, especially the ones you get in your monthly subscription box, are super easy, pretty like painless, and not much like to worry about. With this, I feel like there's so much room for different play, different shades, testing out different shades. It's more of that type of experiment at first, in my opinion, just the first time doing this. But it's fun, and I think really like it will pay off because it's natural makeup. Okay, let's give this a quick stir. I put 1/32 teaspoon. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I've never even had to use this type of measurement before. 1/32 teaspoon of the yellow mica powder. And this looks really pretty too. I will put a swatch on the back of my hand and show you. I am a highlighter and bronzer lover. I use like a BB cream and then highlighter and bronzer. Oh, it's super pretty just on this little thing. All right, let's get the rectangular one out. It makes enough to fill the rectangle, and then I'm just gonna, can you see this? Hopefully you can see how I'm just dumping it in, kind of smooth it down. It looks really pretty. Get a tap, and it levels it right out. I'm thinking even maybe if you put your carrier oil after it's already in here, I don't know, try or play around with that, but I didn't have good luck with it right at first. This is really pretty. This would just be a really pretty like shimmer top coat too to any. It's pretty white though. Ooh, so I'm wondering, so I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it very well. Yeah, so right here, it's pretty white. I'm wondering if we can add a tiny bit of the brown, the tiniest amount, just to kind of give it a little bit more of a less white cast. But it'll be fun to play around with and make different makeup products. So I think that is it. Let me know if you have any questions and if you're excited about this. I think it's going to be a fun way to just play around. You can also make tinted lip balms, which we've gotten in monthly recipe boxes before. So just a bunch of different, really every like makeup product that you need. Maybe concealer is the only thing that's not in here. But let me know if you have any questions. All of the links will be down below. A link to this will be down below as well. My carrier oil, they have jojoba oil. Simply Earth has all of the things that you'll need besides these tools, I believe. And then lastly, if you missed it in my video just before this, I am kind of niching down. I won't be posting as many videos on this channel, but I'm going to be doing Simply Earth, the monthly recipe boxes, anything new like this that they come out with, and Revive essential oils, and then different requests from you. I'm not going to be filming as much because we're focusing on our Aussie Doodle channel, which is Frankie's channel, and I will put that down below too. I know a lot of you were kind of split half and half. This channel was dog videos and essential oils, and I split them, and so we're focusing a lot more on her channel this year. So anyways, with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you have a great day. Bye.